Two-point conversion here. Alex Smith fires it right wide open. Harris in the back of the end zone. A flag on the play. A holding penalty on Eric Fisher.
That was unfortunate. Flat out. Refs want to take over the game and make it their own platform. There's nothing you can do about it. This sucks. The ref number 51 shouldn't even be able to wear a Seabird jersey ever again. He shouldn't even be able to work out here.
You normally let you play, especially in key situations. There's certain things you agree with and don't agree with during games. I don't want to be fined any money, but I would tell you I was probably leaning the other way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tell them how you really feel.
I'll tell you what, I stand by my statement. I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, the NFL wants my money. They can have it. Right here, I'm going to write it out.
You carry your checkbook around with you?
$25K, I believe it was. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but right here, $25K.
I think it was like 21.
With a green suit on.
25.
Oh, bro, you writing a check?
Well, you could write something this way too.
We don't write checks on here, bro. We don't write checks on here.
Turn it up, man. Turn it up one time.
It wasn't a hold. I'm standing by my guy, Eric Fisher. Steelers got by, but they find a way to win. They do find a way to win. So hats off to the guys for finding a way to win.
Two things here then. On it, and we can all get in. And I don't think it's like a Stanley Cup game. Swallow the whistle late. Okay, there's one. How about he was unsackable, like an uncatchable ball? I'm just making this up. Like Harrison got the ball was out. So do you not? It's a tough. He was. See, that ball ain't out, Bone. That ball ain't out, Bone. That's a hole. He had the man in the what you call it, a guillotine or a guillotine? Man, that is
The guy was literally falling on the ground before Eric could even get a hold of him.
This James Harrison.
I'll say this, Boom. My 11-year-old got that little soundbite from him. He thought it was funny. He played it over 3-5 times. He got in trouble for laughing so hard at what you said about the officials.
Kids don't cuss on TV.
So we're a week later. I don't mean, are you over? But it's a week later. You guys have all lived it. A tough loss, like a very tough loss. A week later.
I mean,
still burning.
There's no way. It's gonna hurt all the way until we get back into the playoffs next year and get things rolling. But it's at this point you got to try and let it go for what it is. I mean, especially the way it ended. I don't want to harp on it and make it that type of deal. So
will it make you feel better if the Steelers lose today? Make you feel a little better? Does it make you feel a little better?
Oh, I'm not gonna.
That's right. That's the right answer.
Because we lost to the Patriots last year, so right now I'm just like, whoever wins that one.
Take it out on whoever's covering you. I know this is hardly the game, but pull the ball. Just take it out and just throw it out there.
Hey, hold on, Boom. All those weights that James Harrison left, I know you had to block him last week. Is he that strong?
I mean, you know.
Week 7, Steelers, Patriots. That was Tom Brady to James White. Remember, Big Ben hurt. Landry Jones was quarterback. Now, Gronk was there and had a couple of big plays, and here's one of them. And you heard Travis talk about maybe Bennett on the Sunday statement. LeGarrette Blount, once upon a time a Steeler, a 5-year run. The Patriots won that game 27-16. Now, this may not be news, but we just put it up there because understand that Mike Bart Starr didn't play as many playoff games, but just look at this. Tom Brady, tied, of course, with Montana and Bradshaw for Super Bowl wins, starts, wins, yards, touchdowns, attempts, completions. He's been there. He's done that, but those are numbers. Now he's got to beat an improving Steeler defense. So I start with you, Matt, and that's, of course, the late game today. Patriots, Steelers D, Travis will know firsthand, they seem to be better as it goes along. Don't you agree?
Yeah, no doubt about that. And what they have to do today is they can't reinvent themselves. They need to do what they do. And they're very good at being physical at the line of scrimmage, jamming and tight ends off the ball. And they've been playing a lot more what we call Tampa 2 with Keith Butler as defensive coordinator, which is interesting. They call it Tampa 2 because Tony Dungy ran it so well in Tampa for all those times, for all those years. But where did he learn Tampa 2? As a player in the 70s for the Pittsburgh Steelers, with Jack Lambert playing that middle linebacker spot, with Bud Carson, with Chuck Noll. And now they're playing great Tampa 2, forms of Tampa 2, maybe just even rushing 3 guys at times. But that's what they've been doing so well.
Here's the problem with that. Matt just said they can't reinvent themselves. And I agree with you. They're doing a really good job playing these split safety zone looks. But they play zone. And in all my years of studying Tom Brady, I've never seen a team beat him playing zone. And what happens to teams that play him zone is this. You think you're winning. You actually think you're winning the series because they're just marching the ball steadily, and you think you have a 3rd and 6, that's a defensive advantage. Next thing you know, you look down, and you're in a puddle of your own blood. That's what he does to you. We've talked about this where he takes this, he sees zone, and he goes, oh, today's a scalpel day. And he pulls out the scalpel, and he goes, oh, one lick there, there's a lick there, that's 6-yard completion, 8-yard completion. And the defense goes, we're winning. Look it, we almost got off the field there. It's 3rd and 7, we almost got off. Oh, how'd they score? And you look down, you're like, I'm standing in a puddle of my own blood. That's what he does against zone coverage, and Pittsburgh can't change. They don't have a package where they can man up on you. They can't bring a lot of exotic fire zones. So they're stuck to playing a defense that Tom Brady owns.
Well, you talking about the zone that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to play. Travis, you have a very creative head coach in Andy Reid. I'm looking for the Patriots today to see how creative they're going to be. They was able to put Deion Lewis into the offense and set LeGarrette down for a little while. For me, being in that offense, for them to be able to look like it's a goal line package out there, then they're going to spread you out 4 receivers, 5 wides. You've been in a certain offense like that before. So for me, being able to try to create the mismatch between the linebackers and whoever their speedsters are on the offensive side for the New England Patriots. So for me, I'm not looking for a lot of run today. It's going to be beautiful weather for both teams. Yes. Outdoor playing teams, both of them, Pittsburgh and the Patriots. But for me, Tom Brady can throw that ball, spread the guys out, they have success.
Well, for me, it's the, Pittsburgh's defense. This is a copycat league, and you look at what a team did the week before and where they had success at, and you look at the clips that you showed. Tom Brady was able to just step up in the pocket, throw against those zones, and complete passes, just marching down the field. Let's see if the Pittsburgh Steelers do some things that was done last week with the Houston Texans and line up a linebacker over the center and create a matchup that way. They got to get pressure up the middle, make Tom Brady get outside of the pocket. But the most important thing for the Steelers today is they got to stop yards after catch. The New England Patriots are leading the league in yards after the catch, and these 2 running backs, Deion Lewis and James White, these guys are dynamic. They are 4th in the league amongst running backs in receiving yards. So those linebackers, Shazier, Timmons, as soon as those guys catch the ball, they got to go down now.
Travis, what did you notice? You played him earlier in the year, and of course that was a blowout in Pittsburgh. But defensively, you guys scored at the beginning, you guys scored at the end, but not in the middle. So what were they doing right? How will they confuse New England with what
I feel like what they do the best is play with the lead, and then both teams do it very well. And how they do it is that they sprinkle in the run game there in the middle of the game to where it just starts milking the clock. And like Fred said, you're just sitting there in blood, just watching Le'Veon Bell dance around in the backfield and slice the defense. You're watching LeGarrette Blount just run hard through tackles the entire game. I feel like when you're watching this game, it's going to be a battle of, the QBs are going to be out there dictating the offense and this and that, but when a team gets up, whether or not they can successfully run the football and be able to manage that kind of other offense's game plan, I think it's going to be key.
I wonder, and I'm not, it may spread out, but I wonder whether as good as Deion Lewis, we don't see him a lot. I'm not saying that's what Blunt, are you going to get 5 yards a carry on 1st and 10?